Welcome to the Scalpel of Truth, the podcast providing cutting insight on how to rise to the top in the medical aesthetics industry with your host, Leisa Krause, aka the Bitch'n Beautician. That's Leisa with an E, which stands for explicit, because in this surgical suite, she won't sugarcoat the truth, and yes, there will be some seriously salty language, not suitable for sensitive souls, children, nor pets. As a business consultant, Leisa shares the knowledge and lessons she's gleaned over 30 years in the industry. Time spent working directly with patients, managers, and med spa owners alike. Her practice growth strategies are sharp, her stories and wit sharper, and her panache for bringing the spice the sharpest. So buckle up, bichachos. Leisa is about to slice and dice another episode of The Scalpel of Truth.
Hey there, bichachos. Welcome back to The Scalpel of Truth, where I cut through the bullshit and get real about what it takes to make it in the med spa game. I'm your host, Leisa, aka the Bitch'n Beautician, and today we're talking about something every med spa should be obsessed with, and that's creating a rave-worthy patient experience. If you want your patients so thrilled with their results they can't help but tell everyone they know about you, you better be ready to bring it for the VIP experience. Today we're talking about what you absolutely need to offer and what you should avoid like the plague to have people raving about your med spa. Let's go. Here's the legal part I need to read. This podcast is presented solely for educational entertainment purposes. Guys, I'm just your beauty business bitch. I'm not a licensed therapist or an HR representative, nor am I a lawyer. This platform's used to share my experiences with what's made me a successful service provider, a manager, and a business consultant for those whom I coach. Got it? Beautiful. Guys, I am so passionate about this one. I want to talk first about the difference between patient experience and customer service. They sound similar, but they are distinct in the world of medical aesthetics. Customer service focuses on individual interactions, so how patients are treated at each touch point. So from booking to follow-up, it's about being responsive, polite, and helpful. So patient experience, on the other hand, is a broader, more holistic concept. It encompasses every aspect of the patient's journey within the practice, including the quality of care, emotional support, the environment that they're in, and even the trust and rapport being built with providers. So while customer service contributes to the patient experience goes much deeper. It prioritizes how the patient feels about their overall journey and the long-term relationship they're going to have with our practice. So that just is distinction between the two. So let's get into this. I want to go over 5 things that I think that you should avoid. So number 1 is going to be the rush job. Okay. Nothing kills the VIP vibes faster than making a patient feel like they're on an assembly line. Okay. No rushing people in and out like a fucking fast food joint. Okay. That is a total no-go and a super hard pass. Patients know when you're shoving them through the door to get to the next one. It not only feels tacky, it also makes people think that you just care about making a buck and you don't care about their experience or their results. Number 2 is ignoring the personal touch. Patients are not numbers, guys. Patients are people. Patients are paying the bills. They want to feel seen and valued. If you or your staff are forgetting names, their preferences, what they had for their last treatment details, you're not showing up like you're invested. And trust me, if they don't think you care, they're going to find somebody who does. So little details like them going on a trip to Hawaii, them getting a divorce, them getting a promotion, all of those things, the little touch points about them, relationship development wise, should all be put in treatment notes, especially because you're so busy, you're not going to remember next time. But I'll tell you, it goes a long way when you bring up something that you've refreshed your memory with by looking back in their chart before they walk through your door. They are going to be impressed. The next one is pushing hard sales. There is a fine line between educating patients about our services and our products and straight up pressuring them into buy something. We already know that we are selling luxury services. This is luxury medical aesthetics. People do not need the shit we're selling. I mean, it makes them feel better. It aids in their confidence. There's so many things that are benefits from our industry, but people don't need our industry. Solutions. That's what we're providing. If your team hounds patients into buying, like their rent depends on it, or you can tell like they're on commission and you can smell it a mile away, that is not going to win any loyalty points. Patients want advice and they want solutions and they do want to buy. They just don't want to be sold to. And there are very strategic differences on the language that you use and the funnel in which you deliver information to a patient in order for it not to feel salesy. If this is something that you would like help with, I do the Bitchin' Success seminar. I also offer the Retail Rockstar Workshop. These are specific motivational sales trainings that your team will love, I assure you. And I can be lovely. I'm a bit of a bitch on here, but I can tell you, I really am lovely and I can make it, I do. I make it fun and I make it relatable. It is really well received. So if you are looking at something like that, please reach out. Let's do a discovery call. I would love to help you on the sales side. Next up is neglecting follow-ups. So if you're letting your patient walk out the door without booking a follow-up, you're missing a crucial part of the patient experience. You're letting them leave the clinic all willy-nilly. Am I calling you? Are you calling me? It's like a weird ending of a date. Not booking a follow-up screams, we got your money and now we're done with you. So make sure you're not doing that. So when you don't check in on results or satisfaction, you're risking everything on their experience being so good that they're going to come back on their own and they're going to tell a bunch of people about you, which is a gamble I don't want you to take. Okay? Follow up. The next one, and this is a really bad one, and it's one that I unfortunately see a lot, and that is bad vibes from the reception desk. Guys, the experience starts the second that a patient walks through your door. In fact, it actually starts with how they hear about you and how they see you online. Your first interaction starts that experience. So if your front desk team is cold, indifferent, clearly waiting for their shift to end, that energy spreads and you can feel it. It's palpable. That's walk-in clinic vibes or welcome to the emergency department of a hospital. We are so far from that. You cannot, if you're somebody who is doing medical aesthetics out of your medical practice and you have a medical practice that your receptionist is kind of cold, kind of indifferent, she's overworked, she's super busy, and she's not giving the patient experience VIP fucking Ritz-Carlton vibes to your clientele that doesn't need to spend money on the services that you're offering that are aesthetic based, bottom line, you fucked. Because people have too many choices. There's a med spa on every street corner. The competition in this industry is fierce. A sour face behind the med spa desk is the fastest way to lose a patient before they even enter your treatment room. And it's crazy to me how many people are willing to spend money on marketing, advertising, websites, lasers, product, all of this shit to have their front reception be a bitch. It's crazy to me. If anyone at your front desk is killing the vibe, it's time for the pink slip because that behavior doesn't usually change. You can't accept that behavior even once. One patient lost is going to lose you potentially thousands of dollars, right? If you're looking at the lifetime value of a patient, my God, that's way too much to risk. So bye-bye. Front desk, that's the face of your business. This team needs to be pure fucking gold, no exceptions. If you need assistance with this, reach out. Let's do a discovery call. It all comes down to training. Let's roll into the must-haves for a rave-worthy patient experience. Comes down to your welcoming touches. What makes your patient feel special right off the bat? I'm talking about little extras that turn a regular appointment into an exceptional experience. Offering complimentary beverages from your beverage menu. I know you're not a restaurant. I know all those people out there are going to be like, well, we don't need to do it. We're not a restaurant. Yeah, I know. And that's what sets you apart. And that's why you're in the bottom half of this industry. Congratulations. Give them a cozy robe to change into, or a heated neck warmer, or a foot warmer, okay? Complimentary paraffin dip, treatment for their hands while they're waiting. We don't want them to wait, okay? We don't make patients wait that are paying luxury dollars, but we do offer a little extra service if they come early before they go in for their treatment. And don't call your patient waiting room. Don't call it that anymore. That died years ago. I always call it and have called it for quite some time now, a patient lounge. That is a sophisticated high-end. This is take a seat in our patient lounge. Not have a seat in the waiting room. Go ahead, steal that. Use it if you want. Patient lounge. Okay. Do not say patient waiting room. Luxury patients spending luxury dollars do not wait on our asses. These are different things. Offer them something to, maybe you offer them something to eat. Maybe you have a little snack box. Maybe you have something that is elevated. It doesn't take much, but it makes a huge difference. I have a ton of other ideas. Reach out if you're looking to do some consulting and really beef up your patient experience. Next one is personalized consultations. Every patient's skin, goals, and budget are all different. You need to treat each consultation like it's tailor-made for them, but you need to have a uniform way to deliver a consultation. You need to take time to know what their desires are, their outcomes that they're looking for, why they're worried about this, how long they've been thinking about it, what's going to make them feel like $1 million. There are a sequence of questions that you ask in a specific way, in a specific tone, everything down to funnels, financing, membership, and it really is an art. So you need to book your kick-ass consult workshop and close on consults, because what happens is if you have everybody doing a different consult or everybody's just willy-nillying it, you are not referable. Because if somebody goes out and has an amazing consultation with you and they go and tell all their friends and that person comes back and then they have a consult with someone else who didn't do the same way, it's going to be like, oh, my girl was kind of the shits. So you need to be referable. So your personalized consult is going to do that for you. Then you've got consistent brand experience from your decor to your social media, your in-person interactions. Everything should scream, this is us. If your brand is luxe, make sure the entire experience is luxury. If you're all about a high energy and fun vibe, make sure that your vibe radiates that from every inch of your space and interaction with your team. Consistency is going to build trust, and patients can feel like they're a part of something, right? Something special. And this goes for your social media, your website, your print collateral, your music, what the staff's wearing. Every single thing should be the same vibe. If you've got an amazing website and they come in and your place looks like shit, there's a disconnect. If you've got amazing print collateral and your website looks like shit, that's not going to be good either. Everything needs to come down to having the same feel and vibe. So your vibe, your brand, that's what that is. It's what to expect when you come to 123 Med Spa or 123 dermatology practice. Every single touch point matters. Then we've got the value of education, right? It's a huge part of the patient experience is the education piece and why what you're offering is top notch. We never cut down the competition because that's not classy. Okay. That's trashy. So you don't cut down the competition. What you do though, is you tell them what is a key differentiator to why you chose the equipment that you chose. You can say, these are the benefits, and this is the differences between the two devices or what have you. Use their appointment to explain the benefits of the treatments, what they can expect, how things work, how you can save them money. Patients want to feel like they're in the loop. They want to feel like they're making an informed decision, not just following you blindly. Even when you're explaining treatments. Back in the day when I used to be hands-on with patients for years, literally 20 plus years hands-on with patients, where I would go through and in the early days, hair removal. Everybody, especially we did a lot of hair removal for the face. So you would essentially walk everybody through it, give them goggles that they couldn't see a fucking thing, and then they'd be waiting to just take one in the face. So what I used to do is go through and while they had their glasses off, I would show them the laser. I would show them the aiming beam. I would show them if I was putting ultrasound gel, I would say, now this is kept at room temperature, but it feels kind of cold. This is what it feels like on your hand. This is the aiming beam. This is what so I educate them. I'm not doing a training so that they can be a fucking laser technician, but I am doing a training so that when I put those goggles on, they know that I'm going to come at them on the left-hand side first. And I'm going to start with the ultrasound gel. I'm right by your lip and I'll touch you with my finger first. Okay, I'm right here. And now we're going to proceed with the ultrasound gel. Okay. And while I'm going over your upper lip, I'm going to have you take a nice deep breath in and 1, 2, 3 pulses to the center. And then we're going to take a deep breath out. Deep breath in, and let's go from the right side, pulses all the way to the center, count them down and blow out. You are the eyes of your patient while they're getting these treatments done. Every little thing like this is going to separate you from your competition, because when you look at it, if 123 Med Spa down the street is just throwing goggles on and having them ready to take one in the face, okay, here it comes, boom. And they already have anticipatory anxiety. So if you can minimize that, walk them through it, educate them, not only is it more comfortable for them, you look like an industry professional. Okay. So I kind of went off there, as I always do. Let's go into the follow-up. Okay. This is essential. There are many different ways to say it. And so I'm sure you've heard some of these in our industry right now. They're popular sayings. The fortune's in the follow-up. The riches are in the niches. Lots of different ways to say this. Lots of different consultants have their own way to say it. I like to say, follow up with our patients or you're fired. Okay. So however it's going to resonate with you, a simple text or a call a few days post-treatment to ask how they're feeling, if they've got any questions. That is the cherry on top, folks. That is the whole experience. It tells them you're committed to their satisfaction and it makes them feel cared for. Your patients know you're then in it with them to win it, even after they leave your establishment. And that's where you can really lock in some of that loyalty. So again, your choice. Riches are in the niches, fortune's in the follow-up or you're fired. Any of those, okay? Whatever resonates with you the most. All right, bichachos. Oh, I love you so much. That is a wrap for today's show on creating rave-worthy patient experience that every med spa needs as a key differentiator. If you are not on top of this stuff, avoiding the wrong moves and doubling down on the right ones, you are going to create a business that sells itself. If you're not on top of these things, okay? Avoid the wrong moves. Double down on the right moves. You are going to miss out on creating a business that sells itself. I want to thank you so much, guys, from the bottom of my heart. I truly love you. Thank you so much for choosing to spend your time with me, for investing in yourself and being a rock star in this industry. Thank you for sharing this show with your colleagues, your staff, friends, anyone else who has a business. Most of this is related to medical aesthetics, but a lot of it is related to any business that wants to be on the top of its game. If you're loving the pearls that I'm dropping, I want you to make sure that you are signing up for Club Bichacho. Go to scalpeloftruth.com, sign up to join the after party. Club Bichacho, as a member, you get early access to episodes, exclusive content on every episode so that you can keep kicking ass and raking in the cash at your med spa. So for those who are VIP members, my VIP badass bichachos, I want you to stay tuned because I've got some extra tips coming up just for you on taking your patient experience from great to fucking unforgettable. So let's get into it. Otherwise, for those who aren't club members, I love you and I hope to see you soon.
Don't want to wait to see things stay the way they are.